But I will say about Charlotte, and this is what the local leadership is leaving out of the equation, is the fact that it is an epicenter for human trafficking. They're ranked number 9 in the country. They also have a massive gang problem. It's also become a major hub for gangs, especially MS-13.
All right, a clear reason for Homeland Security launching targeted enforcement in North Carolina's largest city. Chief Patrol Agent Greg Bavino will join us in just a moment. But first, let's get to Madison Scarpino, who is live in Charlotte for us. Hi, Madison.
Hi, Sandra. DHS says they've arrested more than 200 illegal immigrants so far during Operation Charlotte's Web, and there is a ton of support for this effort in protecting Americans. But as you can see, there is also a lot of pushback. This area that we're at right now has become a hot spot for protesters the last few days. People chanting, holding signs, saying things like F ICE, we love our immigrants, and more. And they're here because we're outside a local Latino bakery that the owner is temporarily closing. He claims ICE is targeting his customers. We also know of other businesses closing as well, and people aren't showing up to work or school. And one protester says she's standing up for her neighbors.
To feel that terror, to call my family and ask them to shop for them because they're too afraid to go to the grocery store is a travesty.
But we have seen some heated confrontations, and some have even turned dangerous. Border Patrol agents arresting this individual who allegedly jumped a curb and sped their car towards agents. DHS says they eventually rammed the car into those agents, and this is the second time it's happened this week. DHS Secretary Noem says these officers are just trying to make the streets safe and are putting themselves in danger. Here's what she said about Charlotte this morning.
We had a high number of child abuse, trafficking, neglect type of instances. These operations are based on where we have a criminal element to our illegal alien population.
Now, the mayor of Raleigh confirmed that Border Patrol is now also in that North Carolina city. And next up, we're hearing is New Orleans. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Madison, out of Charlotte on that for us. John?
All right, joining us on the ground now in Charlotte is the Chief Patrol Agent Greg Bavino. Commander, good to have you with us again. Appreciate your time. I said last Friday that we'd see you in Charlotte, and here you are. I want to go over the arrests that have been made so far as part of Charlotte's Web. There were 65 apprehensions on Monday, a total of 207 so far. Here's what DHS says of some of the people apprehended. Criminal records of those arrested, including known gang membership, aggravated assault, possession of a dangerous weapon, felony, larceny, simple assault, hit and run, possession of stolen goods, shoplifting, DUI, DWI, and illegal reentry after prior deportation, a felony. Of all the people that you've apprehended over the last 3 days, what would you say the percentage is of criminal illegal aliens?
Well, Sandra and John, thank you for having me. It's good to see you again. As far as the criminal illegal aliens, we're seeing a very large percentage of criminal illegal aliens apprehended here in Charlotte. We have target packages that we go after for specific criminals. And then, John, what happens is as we go after those target packages, we come into contact with other illegal aliens. We call those collaterals. And amongst those collaterals, we're seeing a very large percentage of criminal illegal aliens. Sometimes 66% of those collaterals have significant criminal and or immigration histories.
And you're continuing to run into the same degree of opposition there in Charlotte that you did in Chicago. Twice in the past 3 days, people have used vehicles to try to stop your operations. And we came up with some statistics from DHS that I thought were just stunning. Since January the 20th, against CBP, there have been 71 vehicular attacks, a 58% increase over the same period in 2024. In terms of ICE, 28 vehicular attacks since January 20th. That's a 1,300% increase over 2 in the same period of 2024. It's getting to be a regular occurrence, and it's extremely dangerous.
John and Sandra, it is. It's staggering. But, you know, I think that there's something that the viewers need to know. And those attacks started or almost coincided with Governor Steen's heated rhetoric. It's starting again here in North Carolina, here in Charlotte. His heated rhetoric where he said that we were racists and that we were not conducting our operations in a lawful manner. Very soon after he said that, we started seeing the violence. So I put a lot of the blame on our elected leadership here in North Carolina, especially that governor that says those things that are outright lies.
Yeah, and he's continuing to say them as well. Take a look at what he posted on X on the weekend.
We've seen masked, heavily armed agents in paramilitary garb driving unmarked cars, targeting American citizens based on their skin color, racially profiling and picking up random people in parking lots and off of our sidewalks, going after landscapers simply decorating a Christmas tree in someone's front yard, and entering churches and stores to grab people.
But what do you say to the governor?
John, again, almost everything he said is a lie. Those individuals hanging Christmas lights, how does that governor know what the criminal record is of that individual hanging Christmas lights? Oftentimes we find these so-called hard workers have significant criminal histories such as child rape, aggravated assault, drug traffickers, and many other crimes. Does Governor Stein want those individuals in his house next to his family doing any type of work? I don't think he would want that, John, but it seems like he chooses illegal aliens over American citizens in his own state. And that's one reason that we're in the communities in Raleigh, in Charlotte, and in North Carolina arresting illegal aliens.
All right, well, it seems as though the confrontations, whether it be political or whether it actually be on the ground physically, will continue. We'll check back in with you, Commander. Thanks for being with us this afternoon. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.